The Mountain is You, Part 1. Self-sabotage can appear to be misogynistic and pointless. Still, sabotage means that an unconscious desire is present, or to put it another way, it is a way of coping. As the author puts it, people have big attachments rather than big problems when dealing with massive, persistent, intractable problems, especially when the answer seems so simple. The author compares the act of self-sabotage to climbing a mountain. The mountain is a block that creates a divide between a person and the life they want to live. All of your shortcomings, experiences, concerns, and challenges you have faced up to this point have combined over the years to form a singular roadblock that is uniquely yours and that you will need to conquer to make further progress in your growth. Humans crave comfort and stick with what they know, even if there are better things to experience out there. Self-sabotage happens when two opposing desires conflict. One is conscious, the other unconscious. Self-sabotage is likely rooted in your life if you have these signs: resistance, hitting your upper limit, uprooting, perfectionism, judging others, justification, pride, feeling guilty for your success, fear of failure, downplaying, unhealthy habits, worrying, resistance. Resistance should not be confused with procrastination or apathy. Pay attention to resistance. If we force ourselves to perform despite opposition, we strengthen the internal struggle and trigger the fear that's holding us back. When you hit your upper limit, you unconsciously destroy what's happening to return to what you're familiar and comfortable with. Some people have aches, pains, tensions, headaches when hitting an upper limit. Others feel resistance, resentment, guilt, or fear. Hitting your upper limit signifies you're reaching new life milestones. Uprooting happens when someone jumps from relationship to relationship or changes their website constantly instead of addressing relationship difficulties or taking care of clients. Uprooting allows you to grow, not blossom. One may always need a fresh start due to stress or conflict management issues. Uprooting occurs when we rush towards what we want, only to realize that we didn't think it through and we don't want it. Long-term thinking requires clarity. Perfectionism raises false expectations about our abilities and life outcomes. It prevents us from trying or performing our life's work. We skip the work needed to become good because we fear failing, feeling vulnerable, or not being as good as we want people to think we are. Just keep trying. Do what you desire first. Prioritize progress over perfection. Focus on finishing rather than perfecting. People, situations, and circumstances will anger, infuriate, sadden, and even enrage you. Other people, settings, and events will inspire hope, assist you, and give your life meaning. Only processing half of your emotions stunts you. You may avoid any scenarios that cause you to feel frustration because you have no tools to handle frustration or discomfort. Clarify, validate, and correct. First, figure out what's troubling you. Validate your emotions next. Judging others. We harm ourselves more than others do by condemning or envying them for what we don't have. People believe you must love yourself first, but loving others will teach you to love yourself. Consider that you may have only some of the facts before judging others. When you care about others, you care about yourself. As I always say, life is self-reflective. Even if it seems awkward, applaud someone who has what you want. the gift will come around to you too. Justification. Self-sabotaging people typically make excuses to feel good instead of completing tasks. You might also be making excuses to stay away from uncomfortable feelings that are required for your growth and which you would benefit from experiencing. To counter this, measure your results and accomplish one constructive action daily. Pride. When there is pride, we are basing our choices on our assumptions about how other people see our lives, rather than on how things are. This is unhealthy. We must see ourselves honestly to conquer pride. We might view ourselves as people who, despite our shortcomings, are trying our best. If you admit that you're imperfect like everyone else, learning, adapting, and trying your best, people will appreciate you more. Feeling guilty about success. Use your success to accomplish good things in the world and in your life. Fear of failing. We don't try things because we fear failing or looking terrible. Failure differs from not showing up, performing the task, or taking responsibility. As scary as it is to fail or lose, failing by never attempting and always playing small is worse. Failure is inevitable, but you must make it worthwhile. Downplaying. We minimize our triumphs to make ourselves seem less spectacular, so others don't feel threatened and like us more. Making it makes us terrified of reaching the top and falling off. When one part of our life improves, it affects everything else. Life gradually improves as we continue to work on it. The only time it deteriorates is when we achieve something and stop working because we fear the power we have achieved or get too comfortable where we are right now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2, coming soon.